Express. From the News Channel 5 Network, this is Friday Sports Info.
It is Friday night, and that means it's time for Friday Sports Central. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Rogers. We've got plenty of Titans and Volunteers football news to get to. But first, how about some high school football? Leading things off, Siegel and Riverdale, battle of two highly ranked and undefeated teams. We picked this one up in the first quarter, and the Warriors would strike first. Running back Adam Davenport, a 4-yard touchdown run, not a bad dive, too. Riverdale jumps out to a 7-0 lead. Second quarter now, more from Riverdale. Mariko Odom will break this one 28 yards. 14-3 Riverdale. Siegel would get close and make it a 14-12 game, but the Warriors would hang on for the 21-15 win. Moving on to Oakland and Blackman. Blackman was already up 28-7, and they would add to that lead. Latavius Mathers gets the handoff. Watch these moves. Unbelievable. Nobody's going to stop number 4. How about an 81-yard touchdown run? The Blaze run away with this one, 42-28. Maplewood getting ready to face David Lipscomb tonight, and the Panthers come out with a pretty strong ground attack. Running back Ladarius Van Leer with a 6-yard touchdown run. Maplewood jumps out to a big lead, and they were giving out some big hits on special teams. It was that kind of a night for David Lipscomb. This one, 35-0 to Maplewood. In Division II Class 2A, the BGA Wildcats are off to a 4-0 start. Tonight, BGA would travel to Montgomery Bell Academy to face the 1-3 Big Red. We picked this one up in the third quarter with the Wildcats leading 14-10. BGA quarterback C.J. Bethard will fire this one deep downfield to Jordan Smith. That's a 50-yard touchdown strike, 21-10 Wildcats. Then later in the fourth, it's Bethard to Smith again. 35 yards as BGA wins it 35-17. And on our Old Hickory Credit Union scoreboard tonight, Lincoln County with a road game in Tullahoma. The Wildcats on top of the Falcons 41-20. In other action, Ensworth on the road as well. They drop a tough one to Baylor as the Red Raiders win it 42-14. Well, coming up next, the Vols and Gators tomorrow afternoon. We've got a full report from Gainesville coming up right after this quick timeout.
Tonight, Dave,
the truck specialist.
Welcome back. It's been 7 years since the Tennessee Volunteers defeated the Florida Gators, but the new-look Vols are ready to renew their rivalry this weekend. A trip to Gainesville is on the schedule for Derek Dooley and company, and that's where we find News Channel 5's Steve Lehman, who has a preview of the big game.
Florida's won a school-best 6 straight games in their rivalry against Tennessee heading into Saturday's SEC opener. If the Vols are going to end that streak, they'll need a big day from QB Tyler Bray. The sophomore's been sensational, tossing for an NCAA best 7 touchdowns and no interceptions the first 2 weeks, grabbing the confidence of his teammates and the attention of the Gators.
He's very accurate. I mean, you're completing that 78%, close to 80% of your passes, and a lot of those have been vertical passes down the field. Both guys catch the ball extremely well outside. Rogers is a good receiver as well in the slot for him. We're going to need to do a good job of keeping guys cut off down the field, mixing up coverage a little bit, and pick our spots to pressure.
We haven't given up any sacks, and that's the big thing, and we just need to continue to protect Bray and give him time, because if we give him time, then he's going to shred anybody that we play, and we're really confident in that.
If Bray can lead the Vols to a win Saturday, he'd take a lofty spot in the hearts of many Tennessee fans, with a victory that neither Peyton Manning or T. Martin could get. Since 1971, only one Vol quarterback has won here at the Swamp, Casey Clausen in 2001 and 2003. In Gainesville, Florida, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Sports.
And of course, you can watch the big game right here on News Channel 5 HD. Kickoff is set for 2:30. The pregame show begins at 1:30. And it will be another big weekend for the black and gold. Vandy and Ole Miss this Saturday. The Doors are looking for a conference win and a 3-0 start to the season. And it's not very often that they can talk about having recent success against an opponent. But Vandy is 4-2 in the last 6 years against Ole Miss.
I think it gives us a little confidence, but we know Ole Miss is not the same team from last year, so we can't overlook them or take them lightly. We have to go out there and have a great week of preparation. Hopefully, go out there and perform well Saturday afternoon.
We'll see. We have to take another quick timeout, but up next, the latest on the Titans. Who's in, who's out for Sunday's game against the Ravens? Stay tuned.
The Lincoln MKZ.
It's not just luxury. It's smarter than that.
Welcome back. Battling the best. That is the task for the Titans this weekend. The Baltimore Ravens are in town, and if you watched how they played the Steelers last Sunday, it could be a long afternoon for the Titans. But there is some good news to report on offense. Running back Javon Ringer went through 3 days of practice this week. He's ready to go for Sunday's game. Now, it's a different story for safety Chris Hope. He's expected to miss the game because of a shoulder injury. Backup Jordan Babineau will start in his place. Going back to that matchup against the Ravens, head coach Mike Munchak is ready for some top competition.
I think it'd be any win for us. I mean, coming out and playing well this week is going to be a statement, I think. And the good thing is we're going against a very good team that everyone else perceives as one of the best in the league. And they are. We know anytime, no matter what happened last week in that game, this game would be just as big for us anyway. So the fact that they won is great for them, obviously, and they beat a team that they've struggled with. And now we get the chance to beat a team that we've struggled with.
Nate Daddy. It has already been a memorable week for wide receiver Nate Washington. He became a father on Thursday. Nate has already promised plenty of touchdowns for his new little girl, Nyla Monet. You could say that Nate caught a break with the timing of the birth of his first child. What if little Nyla would have waited until Sunday?
Honestly, Coach Munch, don't kill me, man. That might have been a toss-up, man. I don't know. You know, see my firstborn daughter being born out there, and to see her uncle that's gonna come see her. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good time. You know, I was happy to see my daughter yesterday, to see her born, man, and have all these guys support me. You know, I don't know. Hopefully, I could have had her and still made it back to him.
Congrats to Nate and Uncle CJ. That's all the time that we have for Friday Sports Central. I'm Mike Rogers. Have a good night.